a lot of levels to get to play in a club that was new to me. That's been a really great time, and then to get to play more with Grant, which is, it's always a very exciting musical experience.
Now, Hilary, your background is really quite interesting. It's spread all over the place. I'm taking a look at your bio, and you made a Broadway debut with Twyla Tharp in the musical Come Fly With Me. That was the music with Sinatra, and you actually duetted with Sinatra's singing in the background, or you duetted with him?
Yes, that's true.
So we can go on record saying that you actually duetted with Sinatra.
Well,
in a way.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, in a manner of speaking, with his recorded voice. So it was his recorded voice and then a live band. But it was pretty mind-blowing, actually. One of the duets that I did in the show was You Make Me Feel So Young, and that particular song was one that, in fact, I spent a lot of time singing along to, as a kid growing up and exploring this music. So it felt like a really big full circle moment to have the chance to sing that, with Sinatra's voice and to have the blessing of his family and the Sinatra estate in that endeavor. That was, it was quite an honor.
You grew up in Alaska?
Yes, I did. I grew up in Wasilla, Alaska, as a matter of fact. So that town's gotten a little more publicity than I ever could have predicted.
Well, I guess it has. I noticed in your bio. When did you arrive in New York, by the way?
I arrived in New York in 2003.
James Gavin. Have you read James Gavin's book about cabaret nights?
I haven't. I read the Lena Horne and the Chet Baker book, but I haven't yet read the one you mentioned.
Yeah, it's well worth checking out. He said that you have a cloudless voice. Nice compliment. He has a nice way with words, James Gavin does.
Certainly is. Yeah, he's a beautiful writer and a real champion of the music and of musicians. So
tell us, what is on the agenda for your performance at Chris's Jazz Cafe?
Well, we're working with a Philly-based trio, Grant and I are, and unfortunately, it's in a true jazz spirit. I don't have the names of these guys at the moment, so we'll all be, meeting one another the night of the gig, and that's actually I shouldn't say that. I think Grant has worked with all of those fellows before, and so we're just going to be playing songs and listening to one another and kind of seeing what happens, that's what we did the first time that I came to Philly, and I have to say it worked out really beautifully. You have a city with some really tremendous musicians. Oh,
there is never a moment that goes by we don't thank our blessing for that, because not only the history of jazz musicians, but also today there's some vibrant jazz people that are working in this town. It's such a great history to jazz and such an important part of the culture of the city that, we welcome people from all over the world to come on in and enjoy working and singing with our musicians, because they are definitely right up there. So you will get to enjoy that, I'm sure. Chris's Jazz Cafe is going to be the setting. Hilary Gardner is on the line with us. Chris's Jazz Cafe on February 4th. That's a Saturday night. You're doing one or two shows?
We're doing one show, but two sets.
Okay.
So we'll be there from, I believe, 8 o'clock till 11:30. So two sets of, so they have some meat on their bones. So there's some hefty sets. So. Well,
great. I'm glad we had a chance to talk, even though it's this late. But nonetheless, we got a chance to at least kind of get you, out there in front of the Philly audience, and they will be aware of you, as I am now. And I hope the gig goes well for you with Grant Stewart.
Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to it.
I want to close out. This is another track from the album you did with Mike Longo's band.
Oh, great.
And I'm doing Love Walked In. Well, you're doing Love Walked In. I'm only going to push a button and play it for you. Listen, nice to chat with you, Hilary, and good luck on your show at Chris's Jazz Cafe.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Okay, have a wonderful night.
You too.
Okay. Hilary Gardner on the line with us. Hilary Gardner on WRTI now with a big band, and Love Walked In.
Love walked right in and drove the shadows away. Love walked right in and brought my sunniest day. One magic moment, and my heart seemed to know that love said bloom of the past. One look and I had found my future at last. And one look and I had found a world completely new. When love walked in with you. Bloom of the past. Just one look and I had found my future at last. And one look I had found a world completely new. When love walked in with you. When love walked in with you. When love walked in with you.
So that's Hilary Gardner working with a Mike Longo band. She'll be in with Grant Stewart on February 4th at Chris's Jazz Cafe for a show. Two sets, starting at 8 o'clock for you. 7 come 12. Gee, we're just kind of like flying right along here on this latter part of a Wednesday night. On your member-supported WRTI, I'm Bob Craig. And Zavita's all set to go with a request. We have some that you have called in, and she will be answering the phone, taking your request as we go through the early morning hours of a Thursday. Some rain is on its way. If it's not where you are now, it'll probably be after midnight. Off and on rain during the day tomorrow. And heavier stuff coming on Thursday night into Friday morning.